What if the most powerful navy in history could be stopped by a few pickup trucks with missiles on them? That sounds ridiculous at first. The United States Navy operates aircraft carriers the size of small cities. It has stealth fighters, nuclear submarines, and precision weapons that can strike targets hundreds of miles away. So how could something as simple as mobile launchers hiding along a coastline threaten global trade? The answer is geography. That is the key to understanding this conflict. Because the Strait of Hormuz is one of the most important choke points on Earth. Roughly a fifth of the world's oil moves through this narrow stretch of water that connects the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. Every day, tankers carrying energy from Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Kuwait, the UAE, and Iran have to squeeze through this corridor. But here is the problem. At its narrowest point, the Strait of Hormuz is only about 21 miles wide. And the actual shipping lanes used by tankers are just 2 miles wide in each direction. 2 miles, that is all. That means ships have almost no room to maneuver. And when ships are forced into narrow, predictable lanes, they become extremely easy to target. Which means you do not need to sink every tanker. You just need to make the strait dangerous enough that nobody wants to sail through it. That is the strategic problem unfolding right now. And the solution the United States is moving toward is not simply sending more ships. They are sending the Marines. Over the past several weeks, tensions around the Strait of Hormuz have escalated sharply. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has been launching drones and ballistic missiles from positions along the coastline and deeper inland. These launch systems are mobile. They move, they hide, they fire, and then just like that, they disappear. That mobility makes them incredibly difficult to destroy. Even after weeks of airstrikes targeting Iranian military infrastructure, many of these launches are still operating, which means the threat to shipping remains very real. And as long as those launches exist, the Strait of Hormuz can be choked without ever firing at a single tanker. Because fear alone can stop shipping. That is the real power of these mobile systems. That is why the United States is now deploying the 31st Marine Expeditionary Unit. More than 2,000 Marines are moving from Okinawa toward the Middle East. They are traveling with an amphibious readiness group led by the USS Tripoli. Now, the USS Tripoli is not just a transport ship, it functions as what the Navy calls a lightning carrier. Instead of operating helicopters alone, ships like this can carry up to 20 F-35B stealth fighter jets along with helicopters and tilt-rotor aircraft. That is a massive amount of mobility. So what is arriving in the region is not just a group of Marines, it is a floating military base. It is a mobile strike platform, one that can go anywhere it is needed, a self-contained force that can move, fight, and supply itself directly from the sea. But the mission these Marines are preparing for is not a traditional invasion. They are not landing thousands of troops in some massive D-Day style operation. Their job is far more precise than that, much more surgical. They are being deployed to hunt the weapons that are hiding along the coastline. To understand how that works, you have to understand how a Marine Expeditionary Unit is designed. First, you have the ground combat element, infantry units, reconnaissance teams, armored vehicles, and artillery capable of operating on land. Second, you have the aviation combat element, helicopters, Osprey tilt-rotor aircraft, and F-35 stealth fighters capable of launching directly from amphibious assault ships. Third, you have the logistics element, fuel, ammunition, medical support. Everything needed to sustain combat operations, all in one mobile package. Put those three elements together and you get something unique. A floating army that can strike from anywhere. It can travel across oceans, launch aircraft, land troops, and sustain operations without relying on nearby bases. But the most important change is not the equipment, it is the strategy. That is what defines modern Marine operations. The Marines have developed a concept known as stand-in forces, strategy over mass. Instead of launching massive amphibious assaults, small teams of Marines insert quietly along hostile coastlines. They move in small groups, they keep their electronic signals minimal, they hide, and they watch. Their mission is not to fight large battles. Their mission is to find targets, to be the eyes of the fleet. Because in modern warfare, the hardest problem is not destroying weapons, it is locating them. Iran's missile launchers are extremely good at hiding. They move constantly, they blend into civilian areas. They can fire quickly and then relocate. Speed is their greatest defense. So instead of trying to bomb everything blindly from the air, the Marines move closer to the battlefield. These teams act as the eyes and ears of the entire military, identifying the invisible. Once they locate a launcher, they send the coordinates through secure networks, precise and silent. And that activates what the military calls the kill chain, a web of connectivity. Within minutes, those coordinates can reach Navy destroyers, submarines, aircraft, or long-range missile systems. And those systems can strike the target almost immediately. No place to hide. So the